If you stay the course and you go ahead and continue to keep creating something, elements, content for your clients or for yourself on whatever it is that you're doing, you have job security.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boy.
And this morning I heard Gary Vee on one of his videos. He's doing this talk discussion with some people at a conference, and they're asked some questions, and he's breaking stuff down for them, and he's explaining how TV commercials are dead, and they so are. It drives me nuts when I hear. I feel bad. I shouldn't say it drives me nuts, but I feel bad when clients ask me to come out and produce a commercial for them. I so don't want to, because I know their head is thinking that if I get it on TV, it's going to equal sales, it's going to equal reach, my name's going to get out there, and I'm going to succeed in my own industry. It doesn't work like that anymore. The Just Do It commercials aren't there anymore. And content creators, content producers, directors, people that come up with the creative ideas, your job is secured. If you stay the course and you go ahead and continue to keep creating something, elements, content for your clients or for yourself on whatever it is that you're doing, you have job security. Because now it just is what it is. There's nothing really successful outside of maybe, like Gary said, maybe the Super Bowl. But as someone that's been creating content for 15 years, I can totally tell you TV is dead. I've watched from $2,000 budget to $40,000 budget. No, a personal friend of mine, him and his dad own a company. They're spending $1 million, and they're taking a hit on what they used to achieve in commercials. Net neutrality. There's the effect of it. I mean, live TV is trying its best to try to stay alive. YouTube TV, Spectrum does their own app, streaming TV, all this other stuff. Streaming TV, I'm telling you, it's going out the door. It's no longer really going to be streaming TV, it's going to be streaming events. What's happening now, not the pre-produced, put online and wait for the episode to play. It's binge watching. It's there it is, It's that simple. So content creators, content directors, content makers, you got a good job. Now go work it. And you got to convey that message. I've got to learn how to convey that message to my clients that, hey, yes, we may be doing this concept and this shoot or this photo or this graphic or whatever it is, but we need to take it on what's going to be the creative element that's going to emotionally attach or connect to that person to achieve your goal, to achieve your communication goal. That's, to me, the creative is the secret sauce to communication. And that's what I sell. I sell, in my company with Safe House Studios, I sell communication. And my most successful communications is when I get creative with it. Yeah, I can turn on the camera and back up a conference and shoot someone speaking, but that's not really what I'm talking about here. That's more like archiving. That's more like just turn on the camera and being a button pusher. I'm talking about when someone comes to me and says, I have this startup, this Kickstarter, this message. Can you please help me get it out to let people know this is what I'm doing, so I can sell it, so I can, whatever. Get creative. I have to force myself. I can't get burned out. I got to constantly keep producing. And creators of content, good for you. You picked a good job. Now go out there and hustle. Go out there and work. Show what you can do. Don't say you can do it, show it. That's a big thing to me. Don't say it, show it. Because we make decisions on this medium of graphics and Instagram and Facebook primarily by visual eye candy. So if a client comes to you and they say, hey, can you do this for me? Or you find a client and say, hey, I can do this for you. You got to show them the proof. Now, when you show them the proof, you got to make sure it's relevant to them, so they know that you can do it, but that they know that you can do their particular message, their particular style. So, yeah, creative is the variable for success in brands. Totally the right thing. Totally the thing that I've been trying for years to say to clients, large and small. It's the creative. It's the taking the, company's message and not just doing talking head, but getting some movement, getting some action, getting some creative lighting. Yes, let me turn off these lights in these offices and let me create a mood, because those shots that were on TV are going to go away. So why don't we apply that same creative concept to your brand? Why not? We have to have that identifier. We have to have that thing that sticks out when someone's scrolling through their phone. Oh, wow, what was that? Let me scroll back up, and there you are. Because it's got to be creative. If it's someone just basically, sitting in a junky room and there's no thought to it, and they're just going on a whim, well, then hopefully they're just doing it as a hobby, and they're enjoying themselves. But as a brand, you got to put your best foot forward. I hate to say it's this or that on anything, but to be realistic, you're amongst a whole bunch of white noise out there. Ads, banners, podcasts, whatever it is, traffic, it don't matter. You're out there, and there's a whole bunch of movement going on. There's a whole bunch of things going on. You got to stick out. And if it is your junkie room, then make your junkie room the best freaking junkie room you can make. Go and apply your best effort to that concept. And don't quit until you got it locked down for you and your creative juices, your creative taste. If this podcast helped anyone, if this has encouraged any content creator out there, any content maker out there to go and get off your tail, get out of bed like I did, and come over to the office, go to your office, go to your closet, wherever it is that you can sit there and lock yourself in and start creating stuff, go do it. Go do it. Because you don't have to go and produce big, huge TV campaigns anymore, because they're no longer successful. Not to the level that they used to be. They're going out, if they're not already out now. The only ones out there right now, like I said, this is all spawned from Gary finally saying something that I've been trying to say for a long time. Just couldn't put it down in words. Only one left is I agree with him, is Super Bowl. Super Bowl commercials, captive audience, you got them. But notice it is a live event. It's not a TV episode. It's not a newscast. I mean, TV, even your local news is taking a hit. If it's not bleeding, it's not, there's no ratings. I mean, they're trying harder and harder and harder to make things interesting, because they got a job too. So if you notice, they're hitting the internet. Speakers and hosts and newscasters are going live on their own profile that the station is giving them to manage and maintain, drumming up that communication. Things are going live all the time. It's more and more. So, again, if you enjoy this, if it helps anyone, if this encourages anyone to get off their tail and go make whatever the content that you need to make is, to go make it and be creative about it, then cool. You can follow me at ContentMakers.net. That's a URL that I'll always have pushed to wherever I'm at, and right now it's on Facebook. I'm just looking for people to connect with. That's all I'm looking for. Been doing it for 15 years, and we'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to help you out. We'd love to answer any questions, from high-end production all the way to, hey, what camera should I get to do this? I'm going to produce this. I don't care what light, what application, whatever. I'll tell you, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find it. All right, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk soon.
Joint on the corner where the big boys play.